Okie dokie. Let's see what we got. BS. Let's see what he says. Here's how much all my cars cost.
The great man says, Scotty, you should get a new Lexus. No, I'm too cheap. I never buy new cars. It's a waste of money. There are so many good, especially here in Texas. There's so many good used cars around. Why would I spend that kind of money? I'll give you an example. My own personal cars. I'm not talking about cars I bought for my wife who always wanted nicer cars. But my own personal cars. I've been driving cars for 50 years, okay? And in those 50 years, I've spent less than $5,500 for every car I ever bought and drove myself.
What?
So that's not that much money.
What? What? That's insane. So, I don't think he's talking about repairs, because he talks about his Celica, getting it, and it was like the front, I think one of the front panels was dented. He had to replace it. He had to do a lot of like cosmetic work on it. And so he's talking about just buying them. And if you buy scrap vehicles, anybody can buy like a $300 or $400 car and just drive that if they put thousands in repairs over the course of its lifetime. So he's exaggerating for sure, because he says he spends $5,500. He spent $5,500 his whole life on cars. That's not true, because if you count repairs and getting it roadworthy, you're going to spend a lot more than that.
For 50 years of driving cars. Video
So
making
insane.
about, why not to buy some of these used sports cars. One of the worst rated one was a Mercedes that they averaged $14,500 a year in maintenance costs if you keep them for a bunch of years. And that's 1 year maintenance costs. I've been driving cars for 50 years and I've spent, $5,500.
See, he's saying, the car plus maintenance is... But he's not talking about maintenance for his own cars. I mean, over 50 years, you're going to spend more than that much in oil, And what about tires? Tires are expensive. In 50 years, you're going to buy several sets of tires.
Buying every car I ever bought, so I'll never buy a new car. I'm too cheap. Too cheap. Now, if somebody gave me one, sure, I'd take it, And
it's so funny, because we were just talking in the other video about how much he makes. Like, he's not hurting for cash. Like, Scotty has the cash. And he's 65. I mean, let's be honest. Like, it's not like, a 20-year-old buying a new car and they're going to be... they're going to have to get rid of it at some point in their life. Like, Scotty, if he buys a new car now, it's what they call a casket car. A lot of old people buy casket cars. They go and they buy a really nice, big, comfortable, safe, luxury car, and they know that's the last car they're going to buy. Scotty buys a new car now. He's probably not going to have to do really... He buys it under warranty, and, he's not going to have to do a whole lot to it. I mean, I hate to say it. I don't want to sound mean, but I could be wrong, though. He could have another 20, 30 years left in him.
As long as there was no strings attached, I had to lie and say, this is the best car in the world, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that kind of stuff, so I doubt if anybody will ever give me a new car. I don't care. I really have. We got 3 cars here, and there's only 2 people. The kids are gone. They all got their own stuff, so... Escalatitude said, good evening from Singapore. Well, it's evening there, huh? My daughter-in-law's from Singapore. Nice people. Hard workers, too. What do you think of the new Toyota Supra GR with automatic transmission? Are they good like other Toyota cars, like Corolla and Camry? Okay, the new Toyota Supra is basically a rebadged BMW Roadster. They got BMW engines, BMW transmissions. They're high-end cars. I mean, they just came up with them this year, so it's a deal. Nobody knows how they're going to last and stuff. But they're not really a Toyota. It's a deal they got going with BMW. And they can say all they want that, well, they're a little bit different. I mean, they're made in Austria. They're made by BMW. They're basically BMWs, just like...
If you want to know, you want to get the real lowdown on this new Supra, go check out RevMatch TV or something. Don't listen to Scotty. I mean, it's big news. Everybody's talking about it. A lot of people are pissed. A lot of people are excited. But just go check out RevMatch. He's got plenty of good videos on it.
The other Toyota sports car, it's a Subaru. It's made in the Subaru factory by Subaru, but they put Toyota emblems on them. So if you like BMWs, yeah, you might have fun with the thing. They're cool looking cars, but it has nothing to do with the old Supras. It's a completely different thing. Radical Outlook says, hello, Mr. Kilmer. Are PT Cruisers good cars? No.
I agree with Scotty on that
all
one.
made in Mexico. They were cute cars, granted, and they sold quite a few in the beginning, but they blew head gaskets like no tomorrow. They're automatic.
So I used to work at a car dealership years ago, and the PT Cruiser was the only brand new never owned vehicle that we had break down. Literally a brand new vehicle. It's never been purchased. It probably had like less than 100 miles on it. It broke. We had to go and recover. It was on a test drive, and we had to go recover it. It broke down on the test drive. That's so. If you think I disagree with Scotty and everything, you're absolutely wrong. We are in one mind on that. PT Cruisers are absolute shit. Like, never buy one. Just don't buy one. Never. I remember when they came out. Like, if you guys are, I don't know how old you guys are, but when they came out, everybody was excited because they looked different, and people thought they were cool because they look so different. They are total shit if you've ever driven one. First of all, like most Chrysler vehicles, you can't see anything. They have tons of blind spots. I don't know what, like, I don't know what's going through Chrysler's mind when they design cars. Even the Chargers, very popular vehicles, but you can't see anything in them. They have tons of blind spots. PT Cruiser too. You can't see anything in them. It's one of the worst cars I've. Wonder what the worst car for blind spots I've ever driven. Worst car, like, I'm not talking about like big trucks that, you know, you can't help but, like, you know, worst commuter car, average commuter car. I think the one of the newer, you know, one of the latest Altimas, pretty bad. It's so weird. It should be like, because one of my first car was a Altima, a mid-90s Altima, and you know, I could see everything in it. And the newer Altimas, you can't see shit. So I don't know what the worst car is for it, but I would put PT, most Chrysler cars I would put way up there.
Transmissions were garbage if they kept it for any length of time.
Yeah,
and some of the ones that didn't ask me ahead of time and bought them used, cheaply made cars. They look cool and stuff. Leroy Fernandez, I have an 05 Tundra. When I press the gas, it makes a high blowing sound.
See, and this is so rare that, like, this is actually a car repair question. He takes these questions, but very few people, he never answers actual, like, problem questions. It's always like, hey, is this random vehicle a good car? No, yes, blah, blah, blah. And it's usually a plug for him to, like, pitch Toyota.
What could it be? Okay, whenever you get a noise when you press the gas, you got to realize that something going on inside the engine when it gets acceleration. A lot.
That's the dumbest thing. Okay. I would have listened to that one more time.
Realize that some blowing sound. What could it be? Okay, whenever you get a noise when you press the gas, you got to realize that something going on inside the engine when it gets acceleration.
So notice, like, he does all these cuts too. And then he says, when you press the gas, you got to realize that something is going on inside of your engine. No shit. That's the whole point.
A lot of times, it's internal to the intake manifolds. A lot of them have plastic intake manifolds. And when you step on the gas, you hear a blowing noise. It's the air being sucked through a throttle that maybe the throttle's got a little carbon.
He's doing all these cuts. I wonder what he cut out. I never watch it live.
And so it's going to have a little bit of a dimple in it. When the air goes over, it's going to make noise. Also check for any kind of possible vacuum leaks that You hear it because it's starting to suck air. Check for that first. I got a video finding engine vacuum leaks with a cigar. You can watch that and blow smoke in the system and see if there's any leaks coming out of it. Oscar Almanza says, Scotty, why are the Nissan hard bodies V6 less common than the 4-cylinder engines? The hard bodies, those were back in the days when they were making pretty good pickup trucks. And I had customers with them that loved them. With the 4s, they were a simple 4. Very
when they're still, the Frontiers are pretty good vehicles.
Reliable 4-cylinder engine, especially with a standard transmission behind them. Those things were bulletproof vehicles. They would go forever. They ran fine. The V6 engines, one, they cost a lot more. They get a lot worse gas mileage. They have problems more as they age than the 4-cylinder ones did. They were just regular small pickup trucks. They were like equivalent to the Toyota pickup trucks and when they were small, not the big ones today. Those people got with 4-cylinder engines too. They're looking for a little economy. They had plenty enough power to pull what a small truck could pull around anyway. So
I don't like his answer here just because the question is why there are more 4-cylinders than 6-cylinders. I don't know, but I think before you answer this question with any authority, you have to go look at the production numbers, the sales numbers. Maybe it was just much rarer. Maybe they just didn't sell very many. Like maybe they just didn't make very many. I don't know. I couldn't say that without looking it up. And I don't know why he's commenting on it, but because he obviously doesn't know. He's stabbing in the dark here. Like he's taking, I mean, they're educated guesses, but he's taking guesses, but he's talking like he's an authority figure on it, and he doesn't know for sure. Oh well, that's about it for today. I am like, I'm Scotty'd out. Like I can't do much more, and I gotta work here in a little bit too. But thanks for joining me. Sorry these videos are a little late, a little boring. I'm trying to get back into things, so it's just gonna take some time to get going again. But we'll catch some road here soon and start spinning some tires and getting going. So yeah, just comment below whatever question you have, or comment on Patreon. I think it's better to comment on this video in the YouTube comment section. It's easier for me to comment back. I don't like Patreon's system. Sorry. All right. Well, thanks a lot. Bye bye.